All right, so if you watch Baby Girl, and if in any way the messaging of that film connected with you, then there is another film that you need to watch, which is The Disappearance of Shere Hite. Now, this is a documentary film, and it is about Shere Hite, who is the author and researcher behind the very famous book from 1976 called The Hite Report. And what the Hite Report did was it reported on women's sexuality and how there was a group of women that were super honest about their sexuality and, more importantly, dove into ways and reasons behind them having the O, if you know what I mean. And that in turn did a couple things. Now, one, internationally, it was a success. Open arms by the international community for this book. It went on to sell millions. But here in America, like we always do, we have to villainize her. And we have to kind of say that you don't believe this or some other bullshit. And now she was able to talk to women in a way, and a lot of women opened up to her and wrote a lot of like diary type of information to her that they shared when it came to sexuality, and specifically about, you know, how they fit in a relationship when it came to their own sexuality and what that looked like. Now you're talking like the 1970s. She even went on to be on the Oprah Winfrey show in the 80s. That's how long this book was successful. It, for years, was a hot topic. Now, she did go on to write another report that leaned into men's sexuality. And now, of course, men continue to come after her, you know, as they did most feminists then, right? And as they still do today. Because it probably hurt a lot of egos, or that back then specifically, men did not want to talk about their sexual downfalls. God forbid. So kind of this documentary came up for me again after seeing Baby Girl, and I was like, you know what, I need to share this doc. If you leaned into Baby Girl at all from a messaging perspective, specifically about being a woman, then this documentary film is really a great watch. It is on, I watched it on IFC, but I do believe it could be on Hulu or Amazon Prime maybe to buy. Just go search for it. Again, it's called The Disappearance of Shere Hite, and Shere's Shere. And let me know what you think, if this talks to you or speaks to you as a woman or a feminist, or even as a man, to say, hey, these women have a voice and they should be able to share that voice amongst each other or even with the world. Now, her science was attacked as being flawed, and from a statistical perspective, I could see that. Like, did she talk to enough women? And that, you know, is almost always going to be impossible to say whether did she or did she not. But she had a lot of the proof, and she had a lot of the letters and the conversations that she was having with women and with men. And it's definitely a really interesting story. Her story ongoing is very interesting. She is a dynamic and very interesting person as well. So even that was entertaining to learn about her as a person. So go check it out.